materialism is the philosophy of Marx. It's a philosophy of action, a philosophy of change, which speaks about and portrays a very vivid and comprehensive picture of society and its struggle, the struggle of class, and how these struggles would eventually result into a massive and gross change in a given society. You're watching Riso, and this is Surrender. As I advance further in progress, I would like to read out a bit of quantitative or maybe qualitative detail, which is I understand is important for us to venture into, peep into. It speaks about dialectical materialism and says like dialectical materialism holds that the world, including human beings, is matter in motion. I repeat, the world, including human beings, is matter in motion, and that progress occurs through struggle. When it says matter in motion, it talks about change, and that is what the entire philosophical aim of Karl Marx while using dialectical materialism is like bringing about a change, a gross change, a total change, an absolute change. He's just talking about overthrowing capitalism by socialism and communism. That is what his aim is. It is talking about change. That's why it says like the matter in motion talks about change, speaks and portrays a very categorical and candid picture about bringing a change in a society. That is what we should have, that understanding about dialectical materialism, very clear about that. And further I read, it says follows Hegelian philosophy. Hegelian philosophy is also like talking about change. It says like you have thesis, then you've got antithesis, and then synthesis, then resulting in a new, altogether new different thesis. That's what it says. Thesis, antithesis, synthesis, and a new thesis kind of thing, which is quite compatible. I mean, Marx also agrees through his dialectical materialism when talking about class struggle. And the quantitative change is going to be gradual, is going to be slow, whereas qualitative change is abrupt, is all of a sudden, is aggressive, is going to happen like blinking of an eye or some sort of snap of a finger. It's a moment kind of thing, it's momentum. It can happen without spending much amount of time. So quantitative change is gradual, is slow, it's gonna take time. But qualitative changes, when it comes, they can happen all of a sudden. All of a sudden they will happen. So this is what we need to understand. Very important for us, like matter in motion. It talks about change in our society. And Marx is also talking about bringing about about a complete change in the society, because the society was being dominated by capitalists. And these capitalists had to be overthrown. And how will they be overthrown? According to his understanding, it will only happen when there is a change of a new kind of instrument which is going to govern the entire society. And he said it's going to be socialism and kind of communism thing, instrument which will happen in a society to cause that better change for development. And it's going to be an even change. I mean, change for everybody in the society, not just for handful number of people growing and freaking out and enjoying their life, building up their finance, building up their life, their structures, their personal properties. It's not going to happen. And also piling on a heap of power just in their own hands. It's not going to happen that way. That's what he talks about. The capitalism has to be broken down. The chains and the shackles of capitalism had to be converted into pieces. People had to come out of those clutches and those powers and those sort of things that were holding them by capitalism, and it would only happen by socialism and communism. That is what he talks about. Thanks a lot listening, watching. This is Dr. Surendra Kumar, and you are just watching the Reso platform.